Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And my question of today is, would you sell all of your crypto if you were a millionaire right now? And again, you don't have to put down below, Dusty, I'm already a millionaire. Even if you are, then just say yes or no. Please don't let these others know how many coins you actually have. That's definitely not a smart thing to do. Unless you maybe have $10 worth of crypto, then I guess it doesn't matter too much. However, also make sure you press the like button to help out for the YouTube algorithm. And, well, subscribing doesn't hurt, right? You can always unsubscribe, so do that too. Having said that, this is the truth of the truth. XR Partisan has put on Twitter how it is right now versus how it will be. And as you might know from watching my videos a little bit more often, my DMs are ridiculously dry. And that is most likely because here on the channel, we talk a ton about XRP. And the fun fact is, as you guys could already see, the XRP price isn't at the moon right now. It isn't doing that good. And it's even being sued right now. Ripple's being sued. So a lot of people are really hesitant. They're like, this guy, look at how dumb he is. He always keeps talking about XRP. That coin is dead. And I keep telling them, all right, you just wait, all right? And those guys who are hating on it right now, denying it, they eventually will wish they have bought, or they would have bought, or whatever I should say right there. And my DMs are most likely going to be looking somewhere like this. This is a little bit, very much, but maybe somewhere close to it, just because all those guys will be like, hey, you have any tips? Hey, I didn't buy crypto back then, but do you know what this, that. Why? Well, I've seen it happen before. So I've been on crypto YouTube for almost 4 years now. So I also was here before the big bull run happened in 2017. And all those guys who I had like a one sentence conversation with before the big bull run, all of a sudden were like, hey, Dusty, I see you making profit right now. Hey, what coins you buying? Hey, what this, that. Well, before when things were going bad, they were laughing at me. And that's really funny, right? That's the irony. I think you guys must all be witnessing it too, where at first they're really just pushing you down for holding crypto, and eventually they'll come running to you, begging you for some crypto tips. It's really fun. Then Charlie Munger compared Bitcoin to gold, but he won't buy either. I still think that Elon Musk has actually taken a little bit of this edge off, where because of Elon, a lot of these debatable. A lot of these investors actually do not matter that much anymore. If they are really positive towards crypto, even if they're billionaires, well, does it really matter? Because Elon Musk, the richest person on earth, has shared his opinion. Does a Berkshire Hathaway individual really matter? It's really debatable. In my opinion, it just matters from the perspective that it adds legitimacy to the space. But does it really matter in terms of price? I would definitely say it doesn't. At least in my opinion, it shouldn't. But yeah, he is almost 100 years old. If he is talking, I guess, about Bitcoin while also talking in the same story about gold, that does say something. He says it's an artificial substitute of gold, but he would never buy either. Well, I think it's actually a little bit of a positive statement, meaning that, well, Bitcoin can replace gold to a certain degree. It's artificial, okay, but it could replace it, or at least it's something close to it. As, yeah, we do attach just a value to it, even though, never mind. I want to say it's definitely not worth as much in the real life. Because if you think about it, gold, yes, it's used for microchips, you guys said, but is it really worth as much as it is right now if it were only to be used by microchips? Definitely not, right? It has a very, very low valuation like a lot of other metals if it was purely based upon the use case. Silver would have a way higher price in that sense. It's only about the scarcity and the fact that, people just want to have it. It's been a standard for payments before, yada, yada. $580 million open interest makes Cardano ADA the third largest futures market. The open interest for ADA futures rose 580 million, flipping Litecoin to become the third largest derivatives market, and I didn't even know that they were so close to it before. I had no freaking clue on this, but yes, they breached past Litecoin just now, mostly because ADA, of course, is nearing its all-time high. It might have already crossed it even. Cardano pushes towards its all-time high. Here's what to expect. Well, in my opinion, all you should be expecting is just positivity for the next couple of days until March 1st, most likely minus 2 days like always, right? You should say March 1st minus 2 days, logically, because, well, usually a little bit before that people start to sell off, but not because of the Elon Musk hype. It might actually overshadow it all a little bit, and they might get a little bit further than that. So, take a little bit of a note at that. New York shuts down crypto trading platforms for hiding $850 million in losses. This is an interesting one, right? New York State authority are shutting down activities of two crypto trading platforms that hid losses of up to $850 million. Still don't exactly get how you hide almost $900 million in losses. I also don't know if this is the most legitimate article or whatnot, but both companies lied in their statements. It's debatable. You know, it's really debatable in my opinion. The attorney's office started the investigation into the incident in 2017 for their stablecoins. The revelation from the investigation shows that the crypto trading platforms were not true to their statements regarding the backing of the Tether, yet I do not know. You know, everything I've read for this has actually been positive, and all I've seen is them just having to pay a $18.5 million fine, right, on the Tether front. So I'm not exactly sure about all of this. The report also stated that Tether claimed its token has been completely supported by US dollars, but it was all a lie. Maybe this has come out today, that it's actually not the first instance, but it's the second one, and that it's all going to be, you know, going down here or something like that. But I didn't really hear anything that negative, so I'm a little bit confused on that regard. But apparently here, on the part of Bitfinex, which is the most important here, the company supposedly covered up $800 million in losses incurred with Crypto Capital Corp, a Panama-based company. Bitfinex replied to liquidity reports by providing false assurances to the market and investors about the customer funds held by Crypto Capital. The injunction against both companies was obtained by the Attorney General in April 2019. The companies are now expected to pay the fines in addition to the adherence of several transparencies and regulatory measures determined by the New York court. So basically in the end, yeah, I guess it all fixed itself, possibly. I'm not too sure. It's just a little bit of a vague situation, honestly, because I didn't hear so much negativity about it back a couple of days ago, or yesterday it even was. So all of us, is it new? Maybe. Ripple's XRP can now be purchased for, at 3,000 ATMs worldwide. I still think this is not really relevant. It doesn't add anything to the price. It doesn't really do too much. I guess it is just, yeah, it is just nice that you have this many options, but the amount of money that you can buy on those is really bad, and the course, so meaning the amount of money you can put in, is also bad. And also, like somebody says here, it's nothing new here. I think this is old. Who's this company would learn how to out a date in their articles? Yeah, you know, I also was thinking about that. I didn't actually read the article here because I just wanted to quickly comment on the matter. But I guess Ian, shame on him for sharing this right now. Because I actually think, now that I think about it now, I've already covered this in a video. Point being though, yeah, you can see it's freaking... this guy. Maybe he just wanted to quickly mention again that this is all happening as well, that there's a ton of ATMs. But now, if you ever see articles like this or integrations into the real world like that, they all matter just for the sake that the ecosystem is growing. But really, in terms of price, this adds nothing. And in terms of real use case, no. Especially not if we look at Ripple's plans and their vision. This adds really literally nothing, so don't worry too much about it. Let me quickly see. I had another article here. 255 million XRP moved by Coinbase and Bybit to two biggest exchanges. I talked about it partially already. 200 million XRP was sent to Coinbase. 25 million XRP from Bybit to Unknown Wallet, and 30 million XRP sent from Bybit to Unknown. If it's being sent from an exchange to Unknown, it is usually good. If it's being sent from Unknown, basically, to an exchange, it's usually bad. In this case, however, this is most likely a custody transaction, and this, however, could just be a take profit or somebody taken out of the platform for some reason we cannot explain. But in general, this is all good, right? Because this means this person is holding. This means they're taking their money off of an exchange. Again, this is usually the thing. It's not always that positive. It could also be a very negative thing, but that's usually the way you should look at it. So, generally speaking, this is nice. MicroStrategy has $4.5 billion in Bitcoin, but it wants more. MicroStrategy plans to continue raising additional capital and using excess cash to buy even more Bitcoin, said Michael Saylor. Still amazed by the amount of money they're putting in. They recently put in just another $1 billion and they keep going, but I guess they're on a very good roll, right? An average price, however, of $52,700 per Bitcoin. It's really crazy in one end. On the other end, well, if they know what they're doing, it's not that strange. And this one was just showing that they put another $1 billion into Bitcoin. It's not that relevant, though. Then, something which is really going trending, this card for XRP. A lot of people were saying, this is amazing, this is so good. Let me tell you, This is actually not really that amazing, because you should already think about it. These guys thought, hey, how can we make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time? They, of course, at least in my opinion, don't just want to do this because they support XRP so much, or they like XRP so much. No. They're thinking about making money right here off of you in some way, shape, or form, right? And always with these cards, it's also that there's so many out there already. The only benefit to this one is that you get XRP. I believe it's like 2% for either. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's having money on there, or maybe it's like in the cash back that you get paid in XRP or something like that. But yeah, I'm just personally saying there's always a caveat to this type of stuff. I personally would be very careful, because why would they pay you money for it, right? What's the good part about it from their perspective to go for an XRP denominated card? I personally just do not really understand exactly why they're going for it. It's definitely not for us, though. It's definitely to make money in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, it's also, by the way, US only, but I think for the majority of you guys, that's fine. I personally would be a little bit hesitant with it, as I personally do not need it at all either. And think about it in a different sense. You have an XRP debit card, which means whenever you spend money, you're selling your XRP. Questionable. Then I have Ki Young Yu, who said 13,000 Bitcoin float out from Coinbase a few hours ago. It seems those Bitcoin went to multiple Coinbase custody wallets. US institutional investors are still buying Bitcoin at the price of 48K. This is the strongest bullish signal I've ever seen, which is definitely not true. There were more bullish signals before, but this one is definitely a nice one to a certain degree. The outflow here basically means, well, they're taking money out of the platform, yet in this case, we also know it was most likely taken to Coinbase custody wallets. However, somebody already put in, how does this compare to the inflows? That's a very good question. And who sold this Bitcoin? Because if we don't know that, it could be one of the biggest holders that was so faithful of it all selling it right now. That would be very bad, right? So that's definitely something, in my opinion, which is very important, but we didn't really hear anything about that. So I can't really quote on it. I just know that it's always a two-sided thing. Then Grayscale buys 10,000 ETH during Ethereum's recovery. Transaction fees spike above 37 bucks. I just tried to send some. I think it's like $54 if I want to send some. I know you can change it, of course, and it's a limit, but still, it's ridiculous how high the fees are looking at right now. And once more, I know the average here, 37.60. It's still ridiculously stupid, though. It's so dumb, in my opinion. It's so ridiculously high. And then Brad House has said, Biden administration's priorities are clear. They talk about climate change every single day. Instead of arguing about exactly how much energy mining uses, let's focus on making this industry the leader in sustainability. Props to Energy WebX and others who are building solutions. And all I'm thinking here is, Brad is still alive. He's still talking. He's still going strong. Even though he's being sued by the freaking government. I like that. And also the fact that the U.S. central bank payment system went down for a couple of hours. XRP fixing that problem. A lot of people talking about that. A lot of people thinking XRP is going to come in. Keep the speculation up. Not because it's really going to happen if we keep speculating, no. But it's to keep that enthusiasm that we had a couple of months ago in, so people don't really fall away now because of some lawsuit. Because if they win it, as I said in my previous video, it'll most likely be too late to buy because the price will already be at the freaking moon. All right, so stay tuned for more videos. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming. Check out TikTok if you have it. Then you should go follow me over there. I think it's definitely going to be worthy. Maybe I'm not, depending on, of course, your opinion on all these matters. But I think I am. So go check it out. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.